Hey everybody, first off I'd like to wish you all the best right now during this difficult time. I hope that you all are healthy, happy, and surviving quarantine with the people you care about the most. And I know that we're all hoping we can get golfing soon. So in the meantime, we're going to start giving you some golf tips and some things you can work on in your houses, in your basements. We're going to have some games for kids and adults, and we're also going to be doing some fitness tips with Matt, and to help you guys get the fundamentals down and really get gamed up for when we can finally get back out on the links. So today what I'm going to talk about is arguably, in my opinion, the most important part of the golf swing, the most important fundamental, and that's how we hold on to the club, right? It's our grip. The way in which we hold on to this is the only way we're connected to the club, and it's how we control the face of the club. So obviously impact's the most important part of the golf swing, but our grip arguably controls impact in the face of the club the most. So I'm going to try to leave you with 3 little points here today. And in doing that, we're going to call these the SD3s, the social distancing 3. Anyone who's taken a lesson with me before knows I like to leave you with 3 little things to think about, which tries not to overwhelm you, but gives you 3 little pointers and things you can work on. And while we're all in the house watching a lot of Netflix and everything else, we can grab a golf club, you can grab a spoon, vacuum, really anything, and kind of work on our golf grip a little bit. So the first thing we're going to talk about is how to hold the club, right? We want to hold the club in our fingers. Okay, we don't want to hold it in our palm, and that's going to be our first point. Okay, we want it in the fingers, not in the palm. So if you're a right-handed golfer, I recommend grabbing the club in your right hand. You can hold it out in front of you, and then you can take your left hand right here. You'll notice I've got some lines drawn on my glove here. We'll get to those a little bit later, but we'll hold that club right out in front of us. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my fingers, I'm going to put them on the side of the club here, and I'm going to grab that grip in my fingers. Okay, I now have good support of the club in my fingers, and now I'm going to take this meaty part of my hand here, this muscle, and I'm going to place that on top of the club. Okay, perfect world. I can release my fingers and I can hold this grip with pretty good pressure with just my index finger and the pad of my hand. Okay, so while I'm holding onto this grip, it's in my fingers, not in my palm. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my thumb here, and I see a lot of people who kind of put it on the side over here, especially kids when we're getting started. It's a lot stronger. I want you to put your thumb long, kind of on the right side of the shaft a little bit, but long and straight. And what we'll see here is I've got a little V made by my index finger and my thumb. Okay, that V, if I were to put the club down, is going to point approximately towards my right eye, somewhere in this area. Okay, maybe just right of that. Right now, what do we do with this hand? Okay, this hand, we're going to take it, and we want this in our fingers as well. So you can take your fingers, holding that club out in front of you, slide your hand down, and what you're going to find is, in this little nook right here in the pad of your hand, the thumb of your left hand is going to fit in that. Okay? So now we've got this in our fingers, nice and good. Okay? Now here comes an option. Some of you just beginning might have all your fingers on the club. We call that a 10-finger grip. That's okay. I'm all right with that. Okay, the one thing we want though is we want those hands together. Some of the rest of you might be familiar with an overlap. That's pretty good. Those of you who have bigger hands, that might be more comfortable. I go with the interlock. It's just how I was taught. So I've been doing this kind of my whole life. So that's my interlock. But we still have it in the fingers and everything. And what you'll notice here is I'm going to form another V with my right hand. This V is going to point almost up to the bridge of my nose, right eye area. Okay, so those 2 V's of our hands are in this area. Okay, I don't want my left V going that way. I don't want my right V shooting back behind my right elbow, okay? So we're in our fingers, there on there, and then our final little note, okay, is going to deal with this right finger here, our pointer finger. What I want you to do is, if we get in here, okay, notice I've got a little separation between my fingers of my right hand. Everything from this kind of joint and this knuckle, I want you to be able to apply some pressure there, okay? So when we're coming into the impact position, that joint is pushing that club down. So when we swing, we're there. We want to be able to maintain that angle, and by applying a little pressure right here on that joint, you're going to be able to do that, okay? So we've got fingers. You can draw some lines here on your glove to help you out if you'd like. We're in our fingers. We've got a long thumb. I've got my V's pointing in the right direction, and I'm going to apply a little pressure with my index finger. So here are your notes. Holding the fingers, not your palm. Have your V's. All right, and these are the SD3s for today, coming at you from Ben's basement. Again, hope you're all healthy, hope you're well. Please look for some more tips and some wellness training you can do in the coming days. Hope to see you on the course soon. Thanks.